Cayman 27 Sports is brought to you by Elite Marble and Granite, where perfection costs less.
Joining me now, CONCACAF President Victor Montagliani. Victor, thank you for joining us on Cayman 27.
Pleasure to be here.
Now tell me a little bit about the CONCACAF Leadership Conference, a two-day conference that's wrapping up today. Talk about some of the things that were discussed.
Yeah, it's a series of conferences we're having throughout the region where we bring 6, 7, 8 presidents and general secretaries together. We speak about governance, the sort of the pillars of good governance, but also about leadership. And we share stories. We also talk about, sharing our vision, but also what are the key pillars of leadership itself, about how we move forward, how we grow as individuals, how we grow as presidents. And so today was a culmination of that, and very happy, A, to be here in Cayman, and B, we've had a very successful conference.
And of course, many stories that have been shared over the years, Cayman Islands Football Association, but back on the right track now. We spoke March 2017, you emphasized, your fiduciary duty to the association. Then later that year, Alfredo Whitaker elected president, and over the course of 2 years, really steering the association to what some people say back on the right track. Some initial thoughts on Alfredo and the job that CIFA has done getting the Football Association back on track.
Yeah, listen, obviously Alfredo came in with a massive challenge, like a lot of us have in football since 2015. But I think, my hat's off to Alfredo. Listen, for those of us that know Alfredo, for a lot of people who in Cayman know Alfredo, he's got the heart of a lion. He loves football. He loves the youth, and that comes out in his leadership. And he's done a tremendous job with him and his team of putting Cayman football back on track. And now I think they're in a position where over the next few years they can, they could see a North Star in terms of development, in terms of competition, in terms of good governance. And so, he's got not only the support of CONCACAF, but he's got the support of me as a president of CONCACAF in terms of the work he's done and the work he's going to continue to do.
And then how about that continued work moving forward? What are some of the recommendations you imparted on to our president, Alfredo Whitaker, about where to take football now here in the Cayman Islands?
Yeah, listen, it's about focusing on there's so many things to do that sometimes it's overwhelming, and I think it's focusing on some key areas of youth and development, and also, trying to rebuild bridges. There's been a tremendous amount of work. There has been good governance in place, not only in CONCACAF, but even here in Cayman. And I think now it's time for the football family and the family in Cayman, i.e. the authorities, to come together and push this game forward, because I think the children deserve that.
Next Saturday, Montserrat, Cayman, fourth and final qualifier in the Nations League qualifiers. Cayman still searching for not only their first win, but their first goal against a tough Montserrat team. Cayman essentially in the third tier at this point, but it might be better in the sense for developmental purposes. Give me a little analysis, Mr. Montagliani. How do you think this game is going to play out?
Well, first, I think you should be buoyed by the results of Cayman, because I think they've actually competed. They went to Jamaica. They were only down 2-0 in the late in the match. Some of that has to do with probably fitness. And so I think you need to be buoyed by the results. I think the Nations League also shows you exactly where you are, which is good, because now you know where you got to go. And I think next week is a massive game for both of them. Obviously, Montserrat still has the opportunity to go to the Gold Cup, which it will be an incredible story. But obviously Cayman wants to play spoiler, but also get off to a good foot, because I think this game sets you up also for the League of Nations that starts in September.
CONCACAF President Victor Montagliani, thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
More after this, folks.